Okay, hi. I haven't done this in a while. I don't care. Like, I'm also. It's like fucking 5 a.m. What time is it? It's like 7 a.m. Sorry. I stayed up the entire night. There's a lizard in my bed. Yeah. So binomial series. Easy chapter. I think. Whatever. Okay. Um. Wait. Let me take a look at my notes. Okay. So first of all, we're gonna start off with the actual formula. I actually forgot to write this down, but I don't care. It's basically 8C. Well, what the fuck am I talking about? NCR into uh X N minus R into Y R, and what is it? This continues, so R increases. Okay, so like I have X plus Y here, right? This corresponds to that. So R is something that gradually decreases, or gradually increases, sorry. So for the let's take an example for this first question, uh, question one. So we got this formula: 1 plus 2x, 2x to the power of 8. So I gotta expand this. Now I'm gonna expand this to uh the third term. So first of all, we're gonna apply this formula. We're gonna add, okay, so NCR, here, so 8 goes here, N, C, and R is going to start off from 0 and it's gonna gradually increase. So 8C0 into 1, 8 minus 0 into 2x 0. So R starts off as 0. N is just the exponent, so n goes here, right? As you can see here. And it's subtracted by 0 because r hasn't become anything yet. This is for the first term. So this is equal to 1 because 8C0 is equal to 1. Then we have 1 to the power of 8 minus 0, which is just 1 to the power of 8, which is just 1. And then 2x to the power of 0, which is 1. So 1 times 1 times 1, wow, it's 1. That's crazy. So um, then we're gonna go to the second term. So I'm gonna show you they keep on add they add each other, but I'm gonna do it like this. Hold on. So 8C1 into 1, 8 minus 1 into 2x 0 is equal to okay, so yeah, so we have this, right? Oh, sorry. Yo, I'm actually fried right now. Okay, so this is equal to 1. So this is 8, right? So we have 8 times 1 to the power of 7, which is just 1, into 2x. So that's just 8 times 2x. What the fuck did I write here? This is just 16x. Then we're gonna go to the final term that I'm gonna do, x squared term. So 8c2 into 1 to 1 to the power 8 minus 2 into 2x to the power 2. So this is 8c2, put that in your calculator. That is just uh what is it? 8c2. So that's just 28. So 28 into 1 to the power of 6, which is just 1, into 4. So 28 times 4, that's 112, 112. And it's x squared, x right here. So then um How the fuck do you scroll down? I don't know. Oh, whatever. I'll just keep it right here. So then, what the fuck? Okay. So then it's just 1 plus 16x plus 112x squared. So 1 plus 16x plus 112x squared. So in actuality, um, this would go on for uh like 9 terms. So eight. So this would go on till 1 is to the power of 0. So 8 minus 8. So r has to become 8 at one point. But the thing is, the number of terms is always 1 plus r because we have this one extra term which is just 1 here, which is 0. So you're starting from 0. So yeah, this is the start. So like I feel like I'm not explaining anything properly, but you already know this. You guys already know this because like you went to school and coaching. So what the fuck's the point? I'm just making you realize. This I'm not even this isn't even for you guys. I'm just doing this so I can remember because teaching it makes me remember. Okay, whatever. So next question is, so we have this expansion or this binomial, 3x to the power 8. So this is okay. So this is equal to 1 plus px plus qx squared plus da da da. This is just the same thing as before. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this a bit quicker. First of all, we already know at all times that 8c0 and um what is it 3x 0 is they're both equal to 1. So there's no fucking point of writing these down. They're equal to 1. So what we always know is that this is actually 3x to the power 8 and just keep it like that. I say, what the fuck am I writing? Yo, 1 to the power 8. So this is the first term, this is the x term, this is the y term. Whatever. So this is always going to be the first term. It's going to be this part of the binomial, the first part of the binomial, the power of n. So that's just 8. Then we're going to start actually using the formula. 8c1, we already know that's 8. So we can just keep it like that, into 1 to the power of 7. This is because it just decreases by 1 each time because r increases by 1 each time. And because r increases by 1 each time, 3x can appear. Because now 3x isn't 0, it's actually 3x. 3x is 0 plus 1. R actually becomes 1, so it's not 0 plus anything, just 1, right? Um, so then that's the second term, and that's r is equal to 1. Now we're going to 8c2 into 1 power 6 into 3x to the power of 2. So we know we can stop here because we know we just need px and px square, qx square, and q is the coefficient of x squared, whatever. Uh, so we can stop here. So there's 3 terms in total, and r, you know, increases only twice or increases thrice. Sorry, whatever. Um, so 1, this is just 1 to the power of 8, plus 8c1 into 3x. So 8 times 3. Wow, what do you guys think it is? Then we have 8c squared, or 8c2. I'm not right. It's not right for me to do this like video. I have no energy. I just want to like finish this. Whatever. 8c2, which is what I don't have these written down. I'm doing this from my head. 28 times 3 square, which is 9. 28 times 9 is 252. and 1 to the power 6 is just nothing. So, well, it's just 1, but whatever. Okay, so 2x squared. So now we know P is equal to. Oh, I realized I didn't even ask, like, say what the question is. Am I legendary or what? Okay, so this is actually the first part of the question. Now we're gonna go to the second part. Second part. So, second part of the question is, so the expansion of k plus x into 1 plus 3x to the power 8 is this expansion has the coefficient of x. So co f of x is equal to 0. So this means, I'm just gonna real quick just like delete all of this. Delete, uh, delete. I could have paused and done this, but I don't care. Okay. So, coefficient of x is equal to 0. So we already have the expansion for 1 plus 3x power of 8, and this is equal to k to the power of x into. Since we're only going to care about the 1 plus px plus qx squared terms, so we're just going to write down 1 plus 24x plus 252 x squared. So we're only going to care about that. Now, what this question is asking is we're going to have to find k with just knowing the coefficient of this expansion is 0. So what does that mean? Okay, what we're going to have to do now is we're going to have to multiply this into this, but we're going to only care about the relevant things. So we can just pick and choose, which is something really nice. So we're going to only care about the relevant terms, the things that result into an x coefficient. Now, what results into the coefficient of x? X into 1. So we're doing this. This is equal to x, or sorry, this is equal to x, right? So we know that the coefficient of just x is just 1. So we're going to just keep this as x. Then we know, hey, x plus 24, let's say k plus 24x is equal to, let's just write this down, 24x is equal to 24kx. Now we know k is a constant, because I probably should read out the entire question. Whatever, I don't give a shit. You guys know it. So we get this, right? 24kx. So these are the only uh things in this operation that result in a coefficient of x. So we know that one coefficient of x is just 1, and the other coefficient of x is 24k, just 24k. So what we can do is that since we already have the coefficients, we can just add them. So sorry, it's not actually x, we just write down 1. So 24k plus 1 is it's multiplied by x. This whole thing is a coefficient of x, right? So then we can just equal this to 0, equate this to 0, because we're trying to find k here. So k is just equal to negative 1 over 24. Wow, that was easy. Okay, next question. Okay, so we're still dealing with what is it? N is a positive integer. So I'll write it down. N equals pos whatever. Okay, so question 1. Well, whatever, I'll write down question three. It's question one of my book, but whatever. Okay, so in the binomial expansion of x plus 3 over x power of 6. In the binomial expansion of this, find the term which is independent of x. So honestly, like who the fuck ever has the time to like, do all this bullshit, all this expansion, oh I gotta get my calculator out. That's boring, right? So how do you do this quickly? Use your head. Okay. So whoa, crazy formula here. Wow, that's nuts. So let's just use this formula. So we know n is 6. So 6cr into x to the power of 6 minus r into 3 to the power of x r is equal to x to the power of 0. Now, for what's going on here, we're just plugging in the values that we know of in this formula. Now, what we're trying to find is the exact term which is independent of x, the exact term. Now, if we want to quickly do that, well, before we would have to expand the entire thing, then find a term which has no x with it, right? But we don't want to waste that much time. It's a lot of work. So what we're going to do is going to find it directly, and we're going to find the value of r in which x is equal to 0, x is equal to 1. Because if x is equal to 1, then that term is doesn't have x, whatever. Shut the fuck up. So here we have 6 minus r, or 6 minus r into 3 to the power of x. The power of r is equal to x to the power of 0. We're gonna forget about this. Right now we're only concerned about the values of x. So this has an x. This part of the equation has an x. So we're going to take this into account. So 6 minus r. Okay. Now this part of the equation has x. All right, 3 to the power of x. We're not going to care about 3. We're going to pretend 3 just doesn't exist. So what this basically is x, 1 to the power of x, which is just the same thing as 1 to the power minus 1. Oh, x to the power minus 1. And we know, wow, exponentiation rule. Oh my God. So this would multiply into each other. So this is actually going to multiply with this. This minus 1 x value is gonna, or minus 1 exponent of x is going to multiply with r. So this becomes, so this is plus minus r, because it's a multiplication there, equals to 0. Wow, x, they're all basically the same term. We're only going to care about x here. So 6 minus 2r is equal to 0. 2 minus 2r is equal to minus 6. R is equal to 3. All right, so we got that. Now, what did I say before? The term in which we have to find the term in which x is the term which is independent of x, has no x with it. Now we know the term is always r plus 1. Therefore, the term is equal to 4, because you have 1 plus blah plus blah plus blah, and then we finally have our uh, golden term. Now we actually have to find this term, so let's find the term. I actually forgot to do this in my notes. Uh, what the fuck? Okay, whatever. So if you want to find the term, okay, that's easy. 6c4 into x to the power of 2, 6 minus 4, into 3 to the power x 4. Uh, so first of all, we already know that this is independent of x, so we don't need to even worry about anything. Uh, What the fuck? Okay, just ignore everything I just did. So like this is so yeah, don't mix up the terms with the, you know, R value. So this is actually 6C3 into X3, and then this is actually just 3. So we're not going to take the term in this equation at all. We're just going to take the R value. R is equal to 3. So yeah, I was low-key confused. So this is equal to, this is just 27. We know that these cancel out, blah blah, we don't care about x. And we know that this is equal to whatever. So this is equal to 540, the entire thing. Okay, next thing. Okay, Loki, I don't even know what we're doing next. Let me see. Okay, question 2. What the fuck is question 2? Whatever, question 2 here. Um, so, okay. In the binomial expansion, 1 minus px to the power 5. In ascending powers of x, the coefficient of x cube, uh, is 80. So find the value of p. Okay, so we know that the coef of x cube is equal to 80, right? Whatever, that's great. So here on, we already know from what we can see here, this is pretty obvious. When r is equal to 3, that's when you will get your x cube value. So we can just plug this straight in, or sorry, we can plug this straight in. So 5 to the power 5c3. Did I get this right? Yeah, 5c3 into 1 to the power of 2 is then multiplied by minus p, the px, the power of uh what? To the power of 2. So minus px power of 2. Or power of 3, sorry. So power of 3. I am so fucking fried. Oh my god. So this is equal to minus 20 px cubed. Honestly, like, I'm never doing this again. Like, not planning. Am I even recording? Hopefully I'm recording. Yeah, I'm recording. Okay. So this is 5c3. In my notes I wrote down 6c3. Wow. Okay, so this is minus 10 px cubed. This entire thing. So we don't care about x values anymore because we already know the coefficient of x cubed is 80. So we know 80 is equal to minus 10p. Therefore, p is equal to 80 divided by, you know, minus 10, which is just minus 8. So then we're going to look into the next question, or this is actually B. It's just asking for the coefficient of x to the power 4. So this is the same thing. We're going to do the same thing. 5 to the power of, sorry, what? 5c4 into 1 to the power of 1 into, oh, we already know this. So just minus 8. Well, it's plus 8 actually. So it's going to be minus px. So this is going to be minus minus, which is just 8p of 8px, 8x to the power of 4. So since I did not calculate this beforehand, I'm going to have to do this now. I almost wrote down, okay, so whatever. This is quite a number. 20480x to the power of 4. Therefore, the coefficient is just 20480. Yay. Okay, now we're gonna get to the fun part. Okay, so now we're gonna start doing questions where n is unknown. So, I'm sure most of you guys know this, but what is NCR actually equal to? NCR is just the same thing as n to the power of n minus 1 to the power of n minus 2 to the power of n minus r to whatever, or, well, it's actually just n minus r, all divided by uh, r factorial, or it's just divided by 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into blah 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 r. So, yeah, this is what it is. This is what NCR is, right? So, the thing is, this all depends on the R term and all that stuff. So, we're gonna take this, we're gonna move this here. Wow. Okay, so now we're gonna work on this question. So, what is this question? This question is, uh, okay. This question is, in the expansion in ascending powers of x, 1 to the power 1 plus x divided by 2 to the power of n, where n is a positive integer, the coefficient of x squared is 15 divided by 4. Find the value of n. So we know that x squared is equal the coefficient of x squared, so whatever. Um, what is it? Like lambda x squared is equal to um this is equal to 15 divided by 4, right? We already know that. So we need that knowledge, and we're gonna, use that. And how we're gonna use that is we're gonna directly get the formula for the x squared coefficient. So for here, we're gonna repeat this only to the point where we need it. So n into n minus 1 power of 2 into um, x power of x is the power of 2 whole square. So in the actual formula, you would take, so first of all, in this formula, to use this, you'd have to have this as 1 all the time. This has to be 1. Now, if this was like, I don't know, 2 or 6 or whatever, you'd have to take this out of the formula. The way you take it out is, well, depending on the thing. So if it's like 2 plus x and whatever, how you do it is you just take it out, 2, and you would have to apply n here. So if you take it out, apply n here, then for the actual thing, you'd have 1 plus x to the power of 2. So you have to take it out, and to use this in general, you need this to be 1. Now here at the end, this will be multiplied by the r value, right? We know the r value is 2 here. This is the second term, sorry, third term. So we're gonna get, from here, we're gonna get n squared into n divided by 2 is multiplied into x divided by 2 whole square. So what uh, this turns into n squared minus n power of 8. So this is because 4 times 2, 8, right? Then we do one thing with a funny little x square here. Now that means n squared minus n to the power of 8 is equal to 15 divided by 4. So we're going to move around here. And then we're gonna get n squared minus n is equal to 30, because we're gonna first of all multiply these things by 2, this by 2, then we're gonna get 8 here, right? So this is gonna be 8, then we just cancel the 8's out here, so then we get 30 here. Whatever, you guys know how to do algebra. So then, wow, quadratic formula, n squared minus n minus 30 is equal to 0, blah, 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 n is equal to 6. Now, you could get whatever, I think it was n is equal to minus 8, I don't remember. Yeah, so, like, obviously that's not it, because they said it's a positive integer, so n is equal to 6. Yay! Next one. Honestly, I'm in the trenches. Like, I don't even know what I'm doing. Okay, so, next question. We have the question, in the binomial expansion of 1 plus kx to the power of n, where k is a constant and n is a positive integer, the coefficients of x and x squared are equal. So co f of x and x squared are equal. Wow, I'm typing while I'm fucking leaning down. I need to stop swearing. Oh my god, it's so fucking edgy. Okay. Oh my, I'm having an aneurysm. Okay, so now I'm in the trenches just like you guys, so I don't even know what I'm doing. So we're just gonna do this together. So first step, we're gonna try to find x and x squared here. So we know we're gonna get the first 0 value, right? So n into then we're gonna get the kx value. So this is the second term. We're gonna get the kx value. So kx to the power And I didn't even like properly explain this formula. Well, you guys know this formula below. At the end you got the end here. You have to multiply like the fuck. Okay. At the end here, you have to multiply this entire thing by kx to the power of n, or sorry, by the second term here, power of n. So this is the first thing. This is when you bare bones just have. Like this is your first expansion. First thing you do in the expansion. So this is when like r is equal to 0 or something, right? You have n into kx to the power of n. Then we need to find our x squared term. Isn't that right? So our x squared term is going to be n to the power of n minus 1. N minus 1. What the fuck? Okay, I just lost. Holy. Okay, so I just lost like Wi-Fi, or I lost electricity. Show must go on. So this into I can't even fucking see. Okay, this into oh, by the way, this is 1. This increases. This is an n. It's just 1. Okay, so kx. No one's learning anything from this. I'm not learning anything from this. Whatever. Okay, yay! So we got these. There's the values. So now we're gonna just multiply. So we're gonna get from here k squared. So this is just n n squared minus n over 2 into k squared x squared. Right? So we're seeing here that basically n k x, which is this, the first term, this is the coefficient of x, is equal to um or we're not going to actually count x here. So we're going to remove x because we're not looking at x anymore, because we're just looking at the coefficients. So nk is equal to n to the power, or n2 minus n 2 k squared. So then, while he's uh, pausing now, okay, so this is equal to this. So now we're gonna actually do the math here. So what we can do is we can take uh, these both, get a k out in here. So what the fuck is that, right? 2. Okay, whatever. So we're gonna get 2nk here, and then this is equal to n squared into, or minus n into k squared. Now this is just 2n k is equal to n squared minus n k squared. So what we can do here is we can just remove the k's, or so we can remove 1k from each one of them. So then we get from here we get n squared k minus nk is equal to 2n. Then we can take n common, so nk is equal to, or nk minus k is equal to 2. So then we're going to go here. Then we're going to get k n minus 1 is equal to minus, or is equal to 2. So this was actually what they wanted to see. The question was, um, what was the question? The question was, I'm fried. Show that k into n minus 1 is equal to 2. I didn't mention that at the start. I don't take this video seriously. Okay. So given that, so then the other side of this, there's another one. Given that nk is equal to what? Nk is equal to 2 1 by 3. I don't. No one gives a shit about this. It's just 7 by 3. We have to find what, you know, find what the value of k and the value of n. So um, if you guys know how to do like third grade math, put this in. So nk minus k. So nk minus k is equal to 2. So 7 by 3 minus k is equal to 2. So k is equal to 1 by 3, and then plug that in, whatever, like plug this in back to the thing, whatever, and is equal to 7. Okay, I don't know if I'm willing to go farther. Alright, let's do like one more question. Okay, so wow, you wrote down the question. So given that this is equal to this entire thing and a and p are constants, find the value of a. So first of all, we have to find the value of a. How do we find the value of a? Okay. So how are we gonna find the value of a? So first of all, we're gonna get the first value. So PAX is equal to 20x. So Okay, so the reason why it's like PAX is equal to 20x, why I immediately wrote that down, is because remember in the last one where I was like NKX is equal to, I don't know what I wrote, like I wrote down something. But I immediately wrote this down because we first know that for this x term, all I can write down there, what I can do is I can directly write this down for the first term. Then for the next one, I have to do n minus 1, 2, and then for the next one, I have to do 3 and all that. We don't have the time for that. So it's n, 1 here. So the thing is, we know that this is an n, this is p. So p, um, as you can see here, uh, sorry, I have to test out my mic. What the fuck? Okay, so we know that the second, like, we know that this x term, or the coefficient of x is 20. So we know that PA is equal to 20. So, all right, since we know that, that's good. We found out we found out this. Now we're gonna have to look at uh, this second term. So we found one clue. So from here, we know that p squared minus p, or I'll rather write it like this, p minus 1, 2 into ax 2. So we know what's going on here. So this is equal to 160, as shown here. And this is the third term, and second value of r. So we can ignore this x squared, so this is basically just a square is equal to 160. So now we know from this, um, well, that's just, we can move this up here, so 320. So let's just remove this to begin with, equal to 320, right? So p into p minus 1 into a squared is the 320, right? So then we can do p, I can do the fuck. So we can just multiply this out entirely. So p squared minus p into a squared, right, equal to 320. So then we can write down p squared a squared into, or is p squared a squared minus p a squared is equal to 320. Now what we can take common from both of these is this. So we can make PF out of both of these, so then this is just A with 320, right? So we know what PA is. PA is 20. So 20 into 20 minus A is equal to 320. Then we can just take this 20 out. This we can divide by 20 from both sides. 20 minus A is equal to 16. A minus A is equal to minus, well, minus 4. Then A is equal to 4. And then for B, we have to find out P, right? Well, go here. PA is equal to 20. So 4P is equal to 20. P is equal to 5. Okay, that's all I'm willing to do. Fuck you. I hate this. Like, I hate recording this. It's such an easy chapter, though. Okay, bye.